Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to Breslov Research Web Seminar. This is the week of Rosh Hashana. We started Slichus Saturday night, and we're asking Hashem for forgiveness. And as the angels, we say in the Unasana Tokef prayer, V'hayoim ro hine yoim hadin. It is the day of judgment. Live koid. Check out. Akol tzvamoroim badin. Kimi yitztak levonecho badin. Who is going to come out and say, Hashem, I'm right. Chas v'sholom, you're wrong. That won't happen. Day of judgment. A day when we have to look at ourselves and say, hey, what's going on? What is going on? Where am I in life? What have I done? What have I accomplished? What have I done this year? Let me take accounting. Well, I got up in the morning and I ate, and I went out to work, and I came home at night and I ate, and I probably ate during the day too, or my cup of coffee, whatever it was. And maybe I relaxed. Maybe I watched a television show. Maybe I played with the computer. Maybe I even did some work. Maybe I even studied a little Torah. This is what my life is. Right? I say the same thing about Shabbos a lot. Right? And think about it. We have Shabbos. It's great. You come home from shul. You go to shul. You come home from shul. You make kiddush. You eat a sumptuous meal. And Friday night you're exhausted. You go to sleep. And then you get up in the morning. You go to shul. You come home. You make kiddush. And you eat a sumptuous meal. Well, it's Shabbos. I got to have my Shabbos shlof. I got to sleep in the afternoon. And then, now remember that Shabbos is 1/60th of the world to come. Can you imagine that's all you're going to do in the world to come? You go to shul a little bit, you come home, you eat a sumptuous meal, you go to sleep, you go to shul, you come home, you eat a sumptuous... There's more to it than this. There's got to be much more to it. And it's the same thing during the week. I get up in the morning, I go out to work, I come home, I eat, I go to sleep. What have I done this year? What have I accomplished? Have I grown? Have I grown this year? In other words, do I have a greater perception of Hashem? Do I have a greater appreciation of Hashem? Otherwise, what growth? My bank account? Okay, maybe that's also called growth, but you can't take it with you. What have I grown this year? My girth? Right, I put on a few pounds. Right, that you can't take with you, but it only lasts a day or two until the worms come in and take it away from you, and you end up with nothing anyway. So, what have I done this year? What have I done to grow as a human being, to contribute to society? What have I done to contribute to my family? What have I done to contribute to myself? That I have grown in some area where I could now somehow recognize and have a greater perception of Hashem. That is the question. And for that, we go on trial. For that, Hashem sits there on his throne of glory, and he has the throne of glory of compassion, but on Rosh Hashana, he sits on the throne of judgment. And every single thing that a person does or did during the year is now being brought before Hashem. There may be 7 billion of us on the planet, but Hashem looks at every single one. He's beyond time, so it doesn't matter. It's not like a court where one docket at a time can take a few months, whatever. No, by Hashem, everything, there's no time. Everything, he looks at everybody. Chazal tell us, our sages, that Hashem when he starts looking at the Jewish people, he looks with them with compassion. He looks with them with a good eye. And he wants to judge them all favorably. There is this guy called the Satan, the Satan, who gets up there and he starts being the prosecutor of every single person, Jew, non-Jew, doesn't matter. He's the prosecutor for everybody. And yet, we need defending angels to come up before Hashem and say, hey, it's not like Satan is showing you. It's not like he said. Not that Hashem doesn't know, but you got to be fair. So you got to give the prosecution time to push the guy, and then you got to give the defense time to protect the person. So we go before Hashem, and we start looking. And we start looking and searching, where are the good points? Where are the good things that I did? I did do some good things during the year. They may not have been perfect. They probably weren't. But I did do some good things. Hashem, please help me. I want to be a better person. We start turning to Hashem. We start taking account of what we've done. And we start doing tshuva. And we start repenting and going before Hashem. And we say, Hashem, help me. Help me. Help me. Help me! Cry out, scream out. Why? If you're in danger, won't you scream out and ask someone to help you? Why not scream out to Hashem, save me from the Satan, save me from the evil inclination, save me from the prosecutor. That's what the prayers on Rosh Hashana are all about. Turning to Hashem, trying to come close to Hashem, asking Hashem to be with you, to guide you, to protect you. That's what it's all about. Now, Rebbe Nachman said, come to me Rosh Hashana. Right? He said this every year, but he emphasized it his last year when he was in Uman, sick, dying from tuberculosis, and he knew he was dying. And that's when he said the most, he put the greatest emphasis on coming to him for Rosh Hashana. I mean, hey, the guy's about to kick off. What do you mean, come to me Rosh Hashana? Rebbe Nachman explained that Rebbe Nachman wants us to come to his gravesite, Rosh Hashana, and to be with him. Prayers in the area where the tzaddik is buried, very great. And there's a lot to talk about that some other time in Yitzhak Hashem. But this is what it is right now. Rosh Hashana, come to the tzaddik. So we come. We come to the tzaddik. We travel there. I was once in a Shabbaton in Montreal. Beautiful group of guys. At that time, there were like some 35 families involved. And we went for a Shabbaton in the mountains outside Montreal. And went Friday night, Shabbos morning, and I spoke by the meals, whatever. And then came after the Shabbos morning meal, all the guys pulled out. They left me in a room with 35 women who let them have an idea of what Breslov is all about. And they can ask any question they want. Okay, that was the agreement. I'm sitting there, 35 women and me. And they start asking questions. What does this mean? What is Breslov? What is that? And this went on for about 20 minutes, half hour. And then the question that I was waiting for came. The question is, why do our husbands have to leave us every year, Rosh Hashana, and travel to Uman? They leave us behind with the children. Right? There we go. Here I am. a hapless guy with 35 women sitting there ready to bare their fangs and tear me apart. Why the men have to go to Uman, Rosh Hashana, and they're left home with. So I said to them, listen carefully. Rosh Hashana is not a festival like Sukkot, family Yom Tov, or like Pesach, family holiday. It's not. Rosh Hashana is a Yom Hadin, a day of judgment. Rosh Hashana, you're on trial for nothing less than your life and the life of your family. It's all on trial, Rosh Hashana. Hashem is going to judge what's going to happen to you this next coming year. Now, when the trial starts, your prosecutor has spoken. The Satan comes with everything you did wrong during the year. Anger, arrogance, right? You said something wrong, you insulted somebody. There's hundreds, thousands, maybe even millions of things that we did during the year. The prosecutor is there with everything. Then along comes your defender. All the mitzvahs, all the good things you did. Well, they did this good, they did that. There was a Shabbos, there was Yom Tov, they put on tefillin, they lit Shabbos candles, they helped somebody else, they went to visit the sick. A lot of good mitzvahs done. So the prosecutor spoke and the defense attorney spoke. Now we're up to the closing arguments, right? It's now Rosh Hashana. The prosecutor spoke, the defender spoke. It's the closing argument. Who do you want standing next to you when the judge is about to issue his decree? Do you want your wife to be next to you? Or do you want Rebbe Nachman, the defender, to be next to you? And that was the end of the conversation, right? Rebbe Nachman, when we go to him Rosh Hashana, he's there. He's there for us. He's there defending every single slightest thing that can go with the person. He's there to help bring the person to his spiritual completion, his spiritual perfection. He's there trying to make the person realize that Hashem is the ultimate, and we stand before Hashem, kedala mucharoshim, like poor people asking for a handout. Yes, what did we really accomplish this year? And on the other hand, because we have the strength of the defender of Rebbe Nachman, we have a lot to realize that we have a lot of good in us. And God willing, Be'ezah Hashem, it'll all come out right. So this is the idea of Rosh Hashana. Understand we're on trial, and understand we have a defender, and if we invoke Rebbe Nachman's merit in Be'ezah Hashem, we will all have a great year, a happy year, a healthy year, a successful year. Rebbe Nachman said, the whole world depends on my Rosh Hashana. The better we do it, in Be'ezah Hashem, the more we'll get out of it, and we'll have an even better year next year. Amen v'amen. A ksiva v'chsima toiva.